Thank you. Oh, I'll use this one.
There you go.
The meeting will come to order. Before we begin, we'd like to start with the Pledge of Allegiance, so if you'd all rise, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Meg, that's like blinding. Then we get bullied.
Good morning. The following matters will come before our special meeting today. This meeting is previously filed with the city clerk. There are two items on today's agenda. Item number one, Gia Liquors Corp., 535 Broadway. Nirav Patel is the manager. This is an application of a beer and wine malt package store license, a change of license category to all alcohol, and pledge of license. The application of Gia Liquors Corp., Nirav Patel manager, is to transfer the license from Nishta LLC to change the license category to all alcohol from a wine and malt license, and to pledge the license. Said license is to be exercised at 535 Broadway. Your name and address for the record, please.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the Licensing Commission of the City of Revere. My name is Attorney Larry Simeone, and I represent Nirav Patel. Mr. Patel is with me to the left. Nirav, he is presently the applicant and the president, treasurer, and secretary of JIA Liquor Corporation. And again, as the notice states, we seek a transfer of the license that existed as on 535 Broadway at Nishta LLC. Their particular license is a beer and wine, malt and wine license. We're asking not only a transfer of the license, but also a change in that license to a package store license. The store is approximately 1,300 square feet. It currently is a convenience store called Bread Basket. We will not be operating a convenience store. We'll be operating a full liquor. We'll be operating a full liquor store with respect to the license. Mr. Patel has currently an operation in Lynn. It's G&S Corporation. He's had several years' experience there over the last 4 years. And yes, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, we are pledging that license to Rockland Trust. This particular license we've attached to purchase and sale. The one outstanding issue that we left on the table was a certificate of compliance with unemployment. I've submitted by email to the staff that the particular Sellers Corporation has never had a payroll, no employees, and has never paid unemployment taxes. That was a letter submitted by the accountant of that particular firm, where they've never paid unemployment taxes and had no payroll. They were not entitled to a certificate based on their accountant's point of view.
Thank you very much, Councilor. Do any of my fellow commissioners have any questions of this applicant?
No, everything seems to be in order. I reviewed the application, all the supporting documents attached there too, and everything looks great, looks in order.
I agree. Any outstanding questions that we did have been answered this month, so I again have no questions.
I have a couple questions. Where is the current liquor store located that the applicant is?
It's 3 Market Square in Lynn.
And what is your thoughts on the selling of nips?
I strongly do believe that the way the city is, a lot of the cities are putting in applications to remove the nibs.
I would strongly recommend to keep the NIPS. I know the waste aspect of the city, they're eliminating it. By that eliminating the NIPS aspect of the business, it kind of hurts the business a little bit in terms of revenues or sales. At the same time, I'm also with the city to eliminate the waste aspect of it, because I do see a lot of people just grab them and go out and just throw them out. So I would be supportive both ways.
Well, would you agree not to sell nips?
No. But again, I wouldn't be against it either. I would request,
If the city would do
Well,
right, if the city were to allow it, I would request the city to allow.
If the city made it, and as you know, Chelsea has, made a determination through the commission not to sell NIPS, then we would buy by it.
Right.
But I
would
think
abide by
what
the
he's,
rules.
what he's trying to say is that as an operator, he's always been keen about the waste and the trash around his facility. And as an operator, he's trying to make a living. So selling NIPS helps him make that living.
Well, Counselor, in his liquor store in Lynn, what is the percentage of sales that he derives from nips? Do we have a ballpark on that?
Yeah, we would not, do you have a
It's
ballpark?
roughly around 25 to 30% of the sales.
So 30% of your sales are nips.
Yes.
I think if I just may interrupt, counsel is correct. I think the licensing board there had control of whether we would allow it. So I think this board maybe should have a meeting and see if we, across the board, because I feel, if we start picking and choosing one place, who knows what could happen. I think that maybe the board has to look at it overall on all businesses in the city. If we want them to continue selling nips, or as Chelsea did, ban them from the city.
I think part of that conversation is, the last few liquor establishments that came before us has agreed and to cooperate with this commission to not sell nips. But as Attorney, did I again? As counsel pointed out, obviously, he's under no real obligation to do so at this particular time. So I think a conversation should be had within the commission to seriously consider eliminating it within the city, because it is a problem. And I understand you're well within your right to sell it. I think we were hopeful for some level of cooperation, because that's where we would like the city to head towards, to eliminate nips within the city for several reasons. But we appreciate that you're conscious of it and you're willing to take whatever measures necessary to eliminate the waste around your business establishment. I think that this commission would like to take it a step further, but obviously in terms of your application before us today, you're under no obligation to, to make such an agreement. We're hopeful because that's what we've been able to get the last few establishments to do. But as my fellow commissioner pointed out, that's just something that we're going to probably have to take up at some point.
Just as a general principle, I am usually, not for banning things. I'm usually for trying to come up with a compromise and a win-win where, there's a spirit of cooperation. Because as you know, I don't know how it is in Lynn. Do you see nip bottles all over the place in Lynn?
To an extent, yes.
I mean, so, that's really what the issue is. And so trying to get cooperation on that is actually the goal, as opposed to trying to iron fist it. You know what I mean? But I understand your position, 30%, 25% of your business is a lot to forego. And I certainly can appreciate that, while others in your area will be selling nips, for you to agree not to could have an effect. But I mean, at some point, we'd hope that we'd be able to get some cooperation here. But I have, do any of my fellow commissioners have any?
I have no other questions. I've gone over the applicant. Everything's in order, so I have no other questions.
Same, I have no further questions.
Very good. It's Anybody want to put forth a motion here?
I'd like to make a motion to approve. I think that, at this time to start cutting back on different establishments, I'd like to see us look at the NIP situation across the board, because it is a problem in our city. I see, NIPs all over the place, and I know it's hard for you to control. They do drive away, they have them. So yes, I would like to address that at another meeting with my colleagues. But at this point, I'd like to make a motion to approve.
I'd second that motion.
The motion is approved. The Agia Liquors Corp., 535 Broadway, Nirav Patel, manager. The application for a change of license category to all alcohol and the pledge of license is approved. The transfer will be from Nishta LLC, the change of category to all alcohol from wine and malt, and the pledge of license. Thank you very much, Councilor.
Good luck.
Item number 2, Diana Cardonia, 101 School Street. This is Diana Cardonia, event manager. This is an application for a one-day entertainment and mobile food vendor license. The application of Diana Cardonia for a one-day license for entertainment to be exercised at the Revere High School Auditorium on Saturday, April 16th, from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. The expected attendance is 600. The food truck will be outside in the school parking lot. Name and address for the record, please.
Good morning, and thank you for this moment. My name is Diana Cardona, and my address is 23 Harrington Street, Revere, Massachusetts.
Very good. Can you explain to us what you would like to do with this license, please?
Yes, this is a comedy show from another comedian from Colombia, and last month we did one, and it was very successful. It didn't reach the total 300 attendees that we were expecting, but it was including the 6 vendors that showed up, local vendors that showed up at the end. It was like 280 something, and everything was controlled. Everybody had a good time. Everything was clean. So it was a good turnout. So we wanted to do the second one with another artist that is coming from Colombia for another tour. And he's a little more famous than the other one, so that's why we're expecting a little more crowd.
Okay.
So we did had in the consideration the policemen for the last event. So if this one we reach a little more over what he suggested, 400 and 500, then we get a detail.
Okay. And can you tell me what the food truck is going to be and how that's going to be?
Yeah, so the food truck is not confirmed yet. But usually what he does is just parks outside on the parking lot, and when the people is coming in, they buy their hot dogs. They are like a special hot dogs from Colombia with a lot of ingredients, delicious. And so since the guy is from the same place, the comedian, so that one is like it's gonna be a good
Okay,
outcome.
Fair, okay.
So you're talking one food truck?
One food truck, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Any other questions?
Is there anything different about this license that you're putting forth than the last one? Is everything pretty much
Same thing. The only difference is that maybe it will bring more people. But that's it. And everything was very controlled. We had some volunteers from Revere High School, the seniors, some of the kids, and they help us, controlling the people coming in and out. So it was a good one.
good? I'm satisfied.
Very good. I don't have any other questions. If my fellow commissioners don't have any, we can discuss it or put in a motion.
I'd move to approve the application of Diana Cardona for a one-day license for entertainment and mobile food vendor, and said license to be exercised at the Revere High School Auditorium on April 16th from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
I would second that motion, and just keep in mind that if you did think you were going over 400, that you would get in touch with the police department and see if you need security at that time.
Absolutely.
But I would second the motion, thank you.
Very good. The application is approved. The application for a one-day entertainment and mobile food vendor license for Diana Cardonia to be exercised at the Revere High School Auditorium on Saturday, April 16, 2022, from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. The expected attendance will be 600, and a food truck will be outside in the school parking lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Good luck.
That concludes the items on today's agenda. Would someone like to make a motion to the next scheduled meeting? I don't have my calendar in front of me, I'm sorry.
It's, April 20th.
April 20th, thank you. I would make a motion that we adjourn until April 20th, 2022.
I'd second that motion.
The meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.